Hi, it's Jimmy Nguyen, founding president of Bitcoin Association. Welcome to another episode of the Bitcoin Vision, your updates on technical developments in the Bitcoin SV ecosystem. I'm back in London with our team, and it's been a while since I've touched base with you, so we have a lot to cover in this episode. And that's because so much has been happening all over the world with Bitcoin SV's rapid growth. So we're gonna get right to it. Stay tuned and find out about the Bitcoin Vision. Let's kick it off with news about Bitcoin Association's second Bitcoin SV Hackathon. It was run virtually in August, run by blockchain advisory and development group nChain and sponsored by CoinGeek. The contest attracted developer teams from around the world with registration from over 35 countries, including the United States, Spain, India, Australia, China, Canada, and the United Kingdom. 18 entries made it across the finish line with completed submissions, each of which met the submission requirements. Their applications had to embody the hackathon's theme, the use of Bitcoin. Contestants were asked to create an application on BSV that charges a very small amount for an action that has value to the user. The challenge was to find meaningful ways that ordinary people can use micropayments of Bitcoin to get users further engaged in the ecosystem. The preliminary judging has happened and the 3 finalists have been chosen. A representative from each finalist team will be flown to CoinGeek Seoul's conference on October 1st and 2nd, where a final panel of industry leaders and the audience will judge and decide on the grand winner. So now let's get to the results. But before I tell you the 3 finalists, let's give a big Satoshi shout out to 4 runner-up teams whose submissions were excellent, but just in close decision making did not quite make the final top 3. Our runner-ups are the teams behind the projects SourceShare, True Reviews, ScrollPay, and Ask the World. All right, it's time for the 3 finalists. They are in alphabetical order. The project BitQ&A. Much like the name implies, it's a question and answer application. Users can ask whatever questions they need answers to, and other users can be rewarded by answering those questions with substantive answers. This application not only provides an incentive model for growing the knowledge of the BSV community, but could become an invaluable resource for future BSV developers. Finalist number 2 is Kodu. Monetizing APIs was its goal. The team behind the project wanted to use the power of BSV to allow consumers to spend a small amount of Bitcoin every time they make an API call. This helps monetize the notoriously difficult to monetize system and incentivize more developers to create useful API platforms. And our 3rd finalist is the project Hive. If you've ever spent a whole night falling down an internet rabbit hole of knowledge, you'll quickly understand Hive. Acting much like a beehive structure, Hive allows users to build honeycombs of knowledge and then point to other bits of knowledge and stick to it, like it's all covered in sticky honey. What you end up with is a vast array of knowledge, just waiting for users to jump in and browse. So those are the 3 finalist teams. I can't wait to meet them in Seoul and have the world see the power and creativity of developers building on BSV. Next, let's talk about Bitcoin Association's global expansion. We recently welcomed 2 new key team members to help our association and BSV grow globally, especially in Asia. Jerry David Chan has joined us as our manager for Japan and South Korea, and Liz Lee has joined as our China manager. Jerry David Chan is well known to many people in the Bitcoin community. He spearheaded blockchain strategic initiatives at SBI Group, the Japanese financial technology conglomerate, and served as general manager and chief of digital asset solutions for one of its crypto business units. Liz Lee was formerly the chief operating officer at Rawpool, a Bitcoin mining pool in China. In that role, she was responsible for a digital mining project, management of the mining pool operation, expanding customer accounts, and technical research and cryptocurrency industry analysis. Based in Beijing, Liz brings valuable China market experience and relationships to the Bitcoin Association, as well as BSV's overall growth. Please join me in welcoming both Jerry and Liz to the Bitcoin Association and the BSV Society. Speaking of Asia, now let's turn to one of the exciting new BSV applications coming out of the region. It is RateSV, which recently released version 1.0 of its platform. Users can now use RateSV to earn BSV by investing in real time on a financial data channel, allowing the flow of data to the blockchain. RateSV isn't just an investment platform, it can also be a reliable source of income for users. Users can earn revenue every time there's an API request for data owned. This also means that users can earn revenue by reselling their channels or by posting ads. User channels can contain information such as stock prices, weather data, and even social media information. We can't wait for RateSV's next release, version 2.0, which is expected to come out in September. Okay, now let's talk about OKEx. This is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, having recently ranked 12th for adjusted volume. It has been supporting BSV since February 2019, and they've just announced that they will offer daily settlement for its futures contracts for Bitcoin SV. The settlement time for BSV futures contracts are increasing from the previous schedule of once a week to daily at 10 a.m. Weekly contracts will continue to settle every Friday. This exchange is making clear they made this change to allow for optimizing users' trading experience. So Bitcoin SV futures traders, you're being well taken care of by OKEx. And we close this episode with another Satoshi Shoutout. It goes to the BitcoinSVDevelopers.com website and team. This exciting new platform launched recently, and it offers consulting services and solutions to anyone looking to build applications on Bitcoin SV. The launch was announced on Twitter, and user Sinfonaut, the platform's developer, said the goal of the project is to help as many people as possible build and work full-time on BSV. There's an office hours section of the platform, which allows developers access to experts in specific areas for a short information session. These gurus can help developers get your projects on track during a scheduled interaction. If a developer or even a big enterprise wants to recruit help for more thorough engagement, the site also offers a listing of consultants who can help get your project advanced and completed. For this amazing new resource for the Bitcoin SV community, BitcoinSVDevelopers.com, you get this Satoshi Shoutout. Wow, that was so much to cover, but it's a reflection of how much activity and growth is happening on the Bitcoin SV blockchain. All around the world, developers, entrepreneurs, businesses are finding that Bitcoin SV is the place to build. We're continuing the journey to create the world's new money and global enterprise blockchain. I hope to see many of you in Seoul for CoinGeek Seoul on October 1st and 2nd as we continue exploring this journey to build on BSV. I'm Nguyen, and this is the Bitcoin Vision.